The virtual world has taken over! Or has it? In this virtual world, do salespeople really matter? Welcome back, everyone, to the 5-Minute Sales Training, where today we're going to ask the question, do salespeople really matter? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the like button, please. Every time you watch, it really helps us. Your engagement helps us to get more of these lessons out there. Think about the things that you can do today by sitting behind a computer that previously required a specialist, an expert salesperson. Now, if you're like me, you could book an entire European vacation without once talking to a single human being. You can redo your landscape using nothing more than YouTube videos and an Amazon account. You could buy a custom-made suit entirely online, or a car, or even a house. And that begs the question, does the salesperson still matter?
Don't I matter?
I mean, can't a customer do all of this on their own? Well, I would argue that it depends on what you want the salesperson to do. If the task is only to give out information, a salesperson is no more helpful than the internet, and probably less so. If the task is to fill out paperwork, you could find someone else to help you with that for substantially less than the typical salesperson makes. If the task is to point out features, there are digital solutions for any of that stuff. So why do salespeople matter? Well, first of all, mark my words, they most certainly do.
You matter.
They matter because customers don't buy based on features and information and paperwork. They buy on emotion. And up to this point in our virtual evolution, we've not been able to replicate the ability to get to the core of that emotion. If you're a salesperson, that means you must be absolutely committed to understanding the importance of emotion and crafting your sales presentation to help the customer to buy the way that they want to buy. The problem is that so many salespeople are trying to sell technically or logically without truly connecting to the mission and the emotion of the customer. So suppose for a moment that you are selling Harley Davidsons. Not motorcycles, Harley Davidsons. The question is, why does somebody want to buy? What emotions does that stir? Now, you might be looking at it and saying, well, why does it have to stir an emotion? And I'll tell you why. Because for the same spec level between two different motorcycles, a Harley Davidson will sell for twice the amount of a comparable motorcycle on the market. Why? How is that even possible? Because you're not buying a motorcycle. You're buying a Harley Davidson. And when you buy a Harley Davidson, you're buying everything that that brand represents. At the core, you are making an emotion-based decision. Now, that could be based on any number of things. How you feel on the ride is an emotion. What your Harley Davidson says about you is your emotion. The fact that you want to treat yourself to a high-end optional purchase, that's an emotion. So I've got to ask you the question, do you know your customer's emotional impetus? No, I don't mean sappy or syrupy.
My emotions! My emotions!
I mean emotion-based. I mean connecting to the core of why the customer is shopping in the first place. Too many salespeople don't want anything to do with the emotional aspect of the sale, and that's a big mistake. Those are the salespeople whose future is in jeopardy. My friends, it's time to sell the way the buyer wants to buy, and the buyer wants to buy on their emotions. If we neglect this, the virtual world will put us out of business. But if we accept this and build upon this, we will be employed forever. Hey, thanks for watching today's 5-Minute Sales Training. If you haven't yet downloaded the app, it's Sales 365. It's healthy social media just for salespeople. Go to your app store and download it today, or join the community over at sales365.io. And until next time, my friends, learn more to earn more.